Hey guys, thanks for joining me in my quarantine cutie routine. Doing my makeup during this quarantine has definitely been a stress relief for me. I did my brows and my skin prep off camera, so we're just gonna get right into this tutorial, and we're gonna start by priming our lids. I'm using my e.l.f. concealer, the matte one, and we're just buffing that over the lids, making sure it's nice and smooth for our eyeshadow application. Gonna go in with a burnt orange transition shade. It is from my Juvia's palette, and I'm applying that just above my natural crease. Buffing that out, making sure there's no harsh lines, and then I'm gonna create a V shape right on the outer corners of my lid. Gonna go back into the same Juvia's palette and pick up a deeper burnt red type of color with a little bit more brown undertone to it. Pop it directly onto the crease. That way it gives us some definition and dimension. And you still want to make sure that's seamless as well, no harsh lines. So blend, blend, blend. Now I picked up a brown from the same palette, and I'm just putting that right on the outer corners of that V shape that we created, and also dragging it to the lash line, just to give us a little bit of a smoky effect, nothing too heavy. Popping on the center of my crease some liquid shadow from Revolution. One end is glitter, this side is liquid shadow. It's a nice pretty champagne color, so that's what we're going with. On top of that, I'm going to apply a glitter shadow by Urban Decay. It's very fine and very small specks of glitter, which I love because it's not too dramatic, but it is buildable. Smudging on some brown liner, and then going over it with some black gel liner as well. I live for like a grungy liner type of vibe, so that's what we're going for. Nothing perfect, nothing too clean cut, just smudge it out. Foundation, I'm going in with Maybelline Superstay and my Morphe G Series brush for super full coverage. I am having some breakouts that I definitely want to conceal. Time to highlight. I'm going to be using my lightest shade of my L'Oreal True Match concealers to give me brightness in the areas where I want to be nice and bright. I don't like to be too bright throughout the under eye area especially. So I am going to pick up another L'Oreal concealer, a little bit lighter than my natural complexion, but darker than the one we applied. I feel like it just gives me more dimension instead of using one color. Now for contour, I am going to cream contour first using Black Opal. I'm working around my baby hairs, want to make sure I don't mess them up. Snatch that nose. And now we're going to use our Real Techniques brush to buff out the cream contour. Make sure we are nice and sculpted and blended. I am going to go in with my beauty blender and really press the contour into the skin, as well as blend out the highlight. I'm gonna press and roll translucent powder right under the eye. I'm very light-handed. I don't like to go too heavy with powder. That's why I'm not using like a sponge. And for our bronzer, we're gonna use our butter bronzer. And I'm gonna re-sculpt the areas where we cream contoured. Anytime you use cream, you wanna lock it in with powder. And it gives us more definition, it warms up the face, it snatches us up, and it gives us that nice tan. Gonna go back in with some more translucent powder, and we're gonna re-sculpt around the perimeters of where we just added the powder contour. And I'm definitely applying it right in my T-zone as well because I am oily. So I want to lock those oils in place, create a barrier, and give us some more chisel and sculpt. And I'm gonna dust away that translucent powder with a powder that is now my color, my skin color. And it gives me that nice poreless effect, which I love because unfortunately I do have larger pores. So I want to minimize that. Gonna pop on some Too Faced blush. It's a nice pretty pink and it smells really good. It smells like watermelon. Time for highlight. We are gonna go in with Fenty. I'm gonna use the shade Mo Honey, and we're gonna give ourselves a nice natural lit from within look. And I'm using the light and mirrors around me to really make sure that I'm hitting the high points of my face where the light tends to hit when we're taking selfies. And I am gonna post this look, so make sure you follow my Instagram so I can follow you back and we can interact, and you can let me know what you think about the final look. I'll put it in the description below. Now I'm gonna go back in with my liquid shadow from Revolution, pop it into the inner corners for a nice dewy effect. Smudge out some brown shadow under the eye to pull the whole look together. Gonna apply some mascara to dust away all of the powders that we've been applying and prep for lash application. Using Duo to prep the lash, let it get nice and tacky while we go ahead and line out our lips. I'm using MAC lip liner. Pretty sure this is cork or chestnut, but I'm gonna go with cork because that's like my ride or die. And you want to make sure your liner doesn't have any harsh lines as well, and that it's nice and blended. Well, I do. I like to make sure that it's nice and blended, no harsh lines. And I'm gonna use my NYX liquid lip to do that and really help me blend in the liner and the nude color together. Gonna top that off with some Anastasia Beverly Hills right in the middle for a nice ombre effect. Then last minute I decided that I want to be a little bit extra, so I popped on some gloss. We're gonna use ColourPop. It has some really pretty nice silver reflex in the gloss. Gonna go ahead and pop on those lashes, pinch and secure your lashes. Fix Plus to dissolve the powder, and then use your beauty blender to press that all into the skin. So we're still full coverage but skin like, and we are done, girl. Thanks for watching.